morning class. My name is Sergeant Wolf, your primary instructor for this block of instruction on noise, light, and litter discipline. This course will cover information in your Warrior Skills Level 1 handbook, in accordance with SCP 21-1-SMCT. This is unclassified. Okay, so before we begin, risk assessment in this classroom is low. Beware of any slips, trips, and falls. Do not fall asleep. If you feel sleepy, stand up. In the event of a fire, we will exit the building to the rear, protect accountability. And an active shooter, we will run knife up. Please reduce, reuse, recycle. What else was that there? Okay, so starting off. Noise discipline. What do we know about noise discipline? If you're on a mission or at a site that is exercising noise discipline, you want to keep noises that can be heard by an enemy or an observer to a minimum. So, avoid unnecessary talking. Keep things to a whisper. No conversations, unless it's mission pertinent, paramount to the mission. Another thing you can do, keep radios on a low volume so only you can hear. Hold the hand mic close to your face. Avoid static or any squawking from the radio beeping. Avoid unnecessary foot or vehicular movement. So if you're at a site that is exercising noise discipline, you're not going to start the Humvee up for no reason other than you're cold, or you're not going to just all of a sudden conduct PT or a ruck march. Foot, vehicular movement to a minimum. Use visual techniques to communicate. You don't want to be shouting to each other across the site. You want to establish hand signals that you can all understand and use them so you don't have to do yelling. Secure equipment that makes noise with tape or other materials. So if you have anything clanking around or anything that's going to bang together, anything in your backpack, you want maybe stuff that with t-shirts. If you have anything that would like to try to tape it up, get some sort of isolating barrier in there so that no sharp noises are made when you're moving around. And appropriate actions under noise discipline. You're not going to take out your MP3 player or your phone or your speaker or whatever and start playing music. You're not going to start singing happy birthday to somebody. Noise discipline. You keep noise to a minimum so you don't get detected. So that brings us to light discipline. Light discipline is the same sort of thing as noise discipline, but with light. You don't want any excess light being shined around that can very easily reveal your position, especially in a desert. So no smoking. Not only can the enemy smell smoke from a long ways away, no campfires or anything like that, but also whatever you use to light it with, they can probably see that too. Any fire or the open flame, you see from quite a distance. If you do need to use light, flashlight, you just utilize a red lens for your flashlight. If you need to look at a map, look at it underneath the poncho. Try to filter that light source. That being said too, it doesn't even need to be an emitter. It can be anything that can reflect light. So any glasses, any metal surfaces should be taped up, painted, covered with camo net, whatever you need to do. These vehicles are covered by a camo net right now. They're obscured. Whatever light coming down is not reflected. But it's not in use. When you're using the vehicle, of course, uncover it so you can see out the glass and everything. Also, one important thing I learned from cavalry is trying to blend hard edges. So when you're in a natural environment, hard edges stand out the most. So what I want to try to do is blend them. So use natural foliage or whatever you have available to try and obscure the silhouette of the vehicle. More on that later. Litter discipline, pretty obvious. Pick up the trash. Don't leave any trace, physical evidence of you being at that site behind when it's time to move. So establish a litter collection point. You can see in this class, it's in the corner, it's that waste basket. When you are leaving position, verify that all litter is picked up. Do a police call, pretty standard. Pick up anything that you see would, let the enemy know that you've been there. Try to obscure movement, leave no trace. So, try to if there's vehicle tracks, try to obscure that. If there's foot movement, try to obscure that a little bit. Again, try not to step in mud, stuff that would blast, things of that nature. So that moves us on to our training exercise. I'm going to have you secure items, some sort of item you are carrying with some tape to be playing with noise, light, and litter discipline. Well, really just noise and light discipline. So I have the dog tags here, and you notice they make noise when I'm moving around, and they're reflective. That's not light or noise applying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little bit of tape, which I provide, and I'm just going to do some quick rounds. Tape around the dog tags. And there's another. So yeah, as you see, much less reflective, no longer clanking around, much better for noise discipline, much better for light discipline. What I'll also have you guys do is come up with, or remember, 2 hand signals that can be utilized when you're moving a squad formation. So you don't need to shout commands to anybody. So for instance, this is a halt, whatever, just share with me 2 hand signals. Some considerations is do not camouflage anything in a reverse from there, which what I mean is don't destroy anything, don't paint over glass, whatever, spray paint. Don't break anything. The standard is met when you've secured all your items to be compliant with noise and light discipline, and your squad is able to move quietly by demonstrating 2 hand signals. So, give you a moment for that. All right, so Sergeant Peter, do you want to come up and demonstrate what you have done to secure equipment for noise and light discipline?
So these keys have been taped. So now instead of clacking, well, this metal key is much more quiet than it would be otherwise. So it is wrapped in electrical tape.
Right. And if you were to produce that key to open a door, there would not be any reflective light coming off that key because it's now taped up black.
Correct.
But then you have to untape it, I guess, is the bottom part.
Easily fixed.
Easily reversed. And could you give me 2 hand signals that you know of? Any one of you, two hand signals that you know of. Okay. Yeah, sure, come on. 2 hand signals you know without making any yeah, okay, wedge.
And then I'm pretty sure this one's line.
Line formation, yep, very good, that's 2 of them, so, excellent.
You're welcome.
I'll need that from all of you. So, did your equipment make any noise? No? Okay, good, I came around, I checked it all. Reflective surfaces covered, you did a good job on that. Basically, the glass and metal are 2 of the major things, but also shiny plastics. And did your squad visually communicate? Yes, I saw that you all do your hand signals. Kept noise to a minimum, kept movements to a minimum. Very good. So let's say you're all proficient, you're all go at this station. Sergeant Sanford, they're all a go. There is a retraining if anybody was absent at September 17th, 1300 here at the FTT. I will be here. So let's go over a summary. Can somebody share with me one thing they learned or know about noise discipline? Sorry, we Okay.
So noise discipline is just making sure that you remain quiet in an environment that is deemed necessary. So like, I could be wrong, because I'm not a scout, but if you were a scout and you're spying on like the enemy trying to figure out information, you're super close to them, you're not gonna be like singing happy birthday to them.
Right, yeah, anywhere where there's, anywhere where you think the enemy's within earshot, and maybe you don't know the enemy's within earshot or not, so you want to try keep noise to a minimum. Always a good policy. Sergeant Piero, saw your hand up. Do you want to tell me one thing you know or learned about light discipline?
Oh, I was gonna go about light discipline. Obviously, at nighttime you don't want to have bright lights on, so you can use a red light filter in your flashlight.
Yep.
That makes it a lot less visible from a further distance.
Yep. Red wavelength it travels the least amount of distances what's been found. And Sergeant Guzman, what's one thing one preventive measure you can take to prevent there be excess litter scattered around the base? What can you do? You can establish a litter collection point, right? Yep. So, good. We went over all three of those major things: noise, light, and litter. So, accounting for all our equipment, I have my tape. Thank you. Let's conduct the AR. So, what are three improves I can do with mine? At least three improves I could have with my class. Okay, yeah, I could have tape that's available for everybody. Very good.
Flashlight.
Flashlight, yeah, I could have
Do
brought
you
flashlight.
have another example of light discipline?
That's right, I could have demonstrated red lens.
I would like to be shown how to camouflage a vehicle.
Yeah, we could have brought a vehicle over here. Next time I will try to draw a vehicle from the motor pool so we can camouflage it. Very good. How about re-sustains? What was good about this class?
How you had pictures with everything.
Pictures, yeah, pictures are always good. You can see that demonstration there. It's a lot of camouflage on that vehicle, isn't it?
Short and precise information.
Short and precise, thank you. Yeah, I try to keep it simple, stupid. Anything else? One more improved? Or one more sustained, rather?
I like the practical exercises which I'm learning.
Practical exercises, hands-on, oh yeah. Thank you. Alright, so we'll review the risk assessment. It was at a low. The only dangers I saw were slips, trips, and falls. We reviewed what we do in case of fire, an active shooter. Anything else that I missed that everybody could see as a potential risk in the classroom? Same done? Alright, good. And my final inspection, everybody's proficient, got all my equipment back. No need for retrains, though the retrain date is established. And well, that concludes my presentation. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you.